Most AI creators think their editing is good, but what about the results? Watch time, 10 seconds. Engagement, 0. Views, dead. So today, I'm going to show you the AI editing mistakes that are literally destroying your growth, and the exact fixes I use to make people watch all the way to the very end. Let's go. Okay, let's dive right into the biggest mistake I see. And that's mistake number 1. The talking head with zero movement. Seriously, if you're just sitting there, talking to the camera with nothing changing on the screen, people are going to scroll away. It's just human nature. Our brains crave stimulation and motion. The rule of thumb is that something needs to change on screen every 3 to 4 seconds. If you go longer than that, you risk losing your audience's attention. Think about it. A static screen equals a massive drop in retention. So, how do we fix this? You need to inject constant motion into your videos. This means using jump cuts to create a sense of forward momentum. It means adding text animations to highlight key points. It means using subtle zoom-ins and pans to draw the viewer closer to you. It means layering B-roll footage over your main clip to illustrate what you're talking about. Even a quick switch to a slightly different camera angle can do wonders. Now, doing this manually can take hours, but this is where AI tools become your best friend. You can use auto B-roll generators like Pika or Runway. These tools can create relevant visuals for you, or you can use templates in editing software like Descript that automatically trigger visuals, like captions or images, with every new line you speak. The goal is simple: keep the screen alive, keep the viewer engaged. No more static shots. Now for mistake number 2. Slow editing and long, awkward pauses. When you record, you speak in real time. You take breaths, you pause to think. But when someone is watching a video, that real-time pacing feels incredibly slow and boring. Your audience is used to a much faster, tighter pace online. They don't have the patience for dead air. You need to speed things up, literally. A great starting point is to increase your video speed by about 1.2x. It's a subtle change, but it makes the whole thing feel more energetic and dynamic. Next, you have to be ruthless with your cuts. Remove every single breath. Cut out all the filler words like or, and you know. And most importantly, shorten all the silent pauses between your sentences. Aim to keep silence under 0.3 seconds. This creates a tight, clean, and professional flow that keeps the viewer locked in. Again, AI can be a massive help here. Tools like Descript have features that can automatically detect and remove filler words and shorten word gaps with just a few clicks. Remember the formula: a fast and clean edit equals higher retention. It shows you respect your viewers' time. Alright, mistake number 3 is a big one. No pattern interrupts. Even if your editing is fast and has motion, if you use the exact same layout and style for more than 30 seconds, people's brains will tune out. They get used to the pattern, and that leads to boredom. You need to strategically break the pattern to re-engage their attention. These are called pattern interrupts. Think of them as little surprises that jolt the viewer's brain and make them pay attention again. What kind of surprises? They don't have to be huge. You can have emojis suddenly pop up on screen to add a bit of personality. You can use a quick, relevant meme pop-up to get a laugh. You can add a subtle sound effect, like a whoosh or a click, to emphasize a point. You can do a subtle punch-in on your face for emphasis, or even use a quick reaction push-in from another clip. The goal here is to edit for arousal, to keep the viewer's brain constantly guessing what's coming next. Don't let your edits become predictable. Moving on to mistake number 4, text that absolutely no one can read. I see this all the time. People put so much effort into their content, and then they slap on captions with tiny text, or use light-colored fonts on a light background, or just really ugly color combinations. It's a huge mistake. A huge portion of your audience watches videos on their phones, often with the sound off. If they can't easily read your captions, they're gone. Your text needs to be crystal clear. First, use a bold font. High contrast is non-negotiable. The best practice is white text with a black shadow or outline. This makes it readable on any background. For highlighting specific words, a bright color like yellow works wonders, and think about the position. Don't stick your text in the far corners of the screen where it's easy to miss. The bottom center or bottom left of the screen is prime real estate. Finally, think about the duration. The text should stay on screen for about 1 to 2 seconds longer than it takes you to say the words. This gives people enough time to read it comfortably. Always check how your text looks on a small mobile screen before you publish. Mistake number 5 is a bit more advanced, but it's crucial: having no emotional curve. Your editing shouldn't just be about presenting information. It needs to make the viewer feel something. Your job as a creator and editor is to guide the audience through an emotional journey. You need to build excitement, create moments of shock or surprise, spark curiosity, and even have light-hearted, funny moments. Before you even start editing, you should ask yourself, what should the viewer feel at this exact moment? Do you want them to feel inspired? Add uplifting music and slow-motion B-roll. Do you want them to be shocked? Use a quick zoom, a dramatic sound effect, and the sudden cut. Do you want them to feel curious? Maybe tease something with blurred text or a question on screen. Editing is storytelling, and storytelling is all about emotion. Don't just be a talking textbook, be a director of feelings. And that brings us perfectly to mistake number 6, the wrong music choice. Music is one of the most powerful tools. You have to control the emotion of your video, but so many creators get it wrong. First, never use music with prominent vocals that compete with your voice. It's distracting. Second, don't use the same boring, repetitive background track for the entire video. It becomes sonic wallpaper and loses all its impact. And finally, please don't make your music too loud. Your voice should always be the star of the show. So what's the fix? Be intentional with your music. A great technique is to change the music track whenever you move to a new chapter or a new major point in your video. This signals a shift to the viewer and helps reset their attention. And for volume, a good rule of thumb is to keep your background music mixed at around -15 to -20 decibels below your voice track. This ensures it supports your content without overpowering it. Remember, music controls emotion, so use it wisely. Okay, we've covered the 6 biggest mistakes. Now, let's put it all together into the ultimate fix system. This is my personal AI editing checklist that every creator should follow to boost their retention. I want you to screenshot this or write it down. First, cut all the silence and filler words, make it tight. Second, add clear, readable text captions to every video. Third, live by the 3 to 4 second motion rule. Always have something moving or changing on screen. Fourth, strategically use pattern interrupts like emojis, sounds, and memes to keep your audience engaged. Fifth, define the clear emotional beats of your video. What do you want your viewers to feel and when? Sixth, add relevant B-roll for almost every sentence to illustrate your points. And seventh, shift your music after each big idea to guide the emotional journey. I promise you, if you practice this checklist for your next 3 videos, you will see your retention jump. It's not about being a perfect editor overnight. It's about being intentional and following a proven system. I hope these fixes were super helpful for you. If you want a copy of my personal AI editing template for free, just comment the word fix down below and I'll send it over. And if you got any value from this video, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. It costs you nothing, but it helps my channel more than you know. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.